Why do I watch movies only on VHS? Well, first of all, I don't. Why do I review movies only on VHS? I don't know, because I guess there's stuff you can't find on any streaming service, or yeah, there might be a file of it online somewhere. You might even be able to watch it on YouTube here. Just something about, reaching in the dusty, dingy shelves of a thrift store. No disrespect to any thrift stores, they're not all like that. And picking out a movie that you just barely remember from when you were a kid. To watch that movie again, is it going to be the same experience as it would have been or was? And it's always a gamble. There's good ones, there's bad ones. I kind of like the bad ones because they make me think about how dumb and easily entertained I was when I was a kid. And some of those are my favorite movies because I recognize that they're dumb. Maybe the producers didn't, or the actors in it didn't realize just how dumb it was. And I, as an audience member, obviously I didn't recognize it as being dumb because I thought it was awesome. But now I watch it like 30, 40 years later, and it's dumb as shit. But that's what I like about it. I tend to avoid really dumb movies made nowadays. Just movies that I think are not worth my time, not worth watching. Not that there's anything wrong with it. They're just not my thing. I'm more about the I'm fully on board with the superheroes and the MonsterVerse, of course, Godzilla and King Kong and all that. Yeah, I'm still a Star Wars fan. But to me, now bringing around to my original point, Star Wars is a perfect example. Well, yes, of course you can watch Star Wars on Disney Plus, or you could walk in any Walmart and get like the whole trilogy or all 9 movies for Star Wars is the easiest thing in the world to get. But what's not easy to get is that original cut of Star Wars before George Lucas started changing things. Some of those changes were okay. Let's be honest here. Some of them were good. They cleaned up some effects and maybe just added a little extra punch to that original trilogy. But most of them were terrible. I think a lot of old school Star Wars fans will agree with me on this, that the original theatrical releases of the original trilogy are the best. And you can only get those on VHS. All you got to do is buy yourself a $20 VCR at that same thrift store, and that's $20 maximum, and that's like a deluxe VCR. Watching the Star Wars movies on VHS is it's a trip down memory lane for me, because that being exactly what happened in the theater when I saw it back in 1977, 1980, and 1983, when I saw those movies, this is the cut that I saw on screen. And that's important to me. I don't know why, movie producers don't understand that. We've had how many cuts of Blade Runner? We've had the special edition, the DVD edition, and the Blu-ray edition of Star Wars. Then, of course, Steven Spielberg did the same thing with E.T., which was stupid, and it's a cash grab, is all that it was. VHS has a special place in my heart. Yeah, some of these films, you can find them on streaming services, and you can watch them for free or whatever. For me, it's the experience of putting the tape in, and, you get to see those old previews that were basically marketing movies that were around at the time. Coming to theaters, and then they would show you the stuff that was current when the tape was made. But you still get to see like a little snapshot of, here's the movies that were around and then. And, it's kind of a little nostalgia thing. And then you start thinking about the movie that you're watching, and you're like, oh man, I should have got that movie instead. Like, for example, I never did watch Pluto Nash theatrically, or even when it hit home video. And just finding it on the shelf is just random, and it's like, never did see that. I've heard it's kind of bad, and I kind of like good bad movies. Like, yeah, so I gave it a shot, and it sucked, but it's all part of the experience, man. You find something that you'd heard of, or you always wanted to see, or maybe just kind of, I wouldn't mind seeing that. It's a different selection process. The physical analog nature of collecting VHS is far more appealing to me than having a hard drive full of a bunch of movies that I'm only ever going to watch once because I have so many on there. You know, scrolling through a list on a computer screen of all the movies that I could watch is nowhere near the same experience as looking through like the labels and being able to look at the boxes and the artwork and the physical thing. And that's never going to be replaced by digital for me. Yeah, I'm going to still watch movies digitally. I'll still watch DVDs. I have a billion DVDs as well. I just thought that, you know, VHS was a little more interesting to me at the moment because it's older and it's more of my childhood, right? Not telling any new generations that, oh, you young whippersnappers, you don't know what it's like to own VHS. No, I'm just here to say that, hey, it's kind of cool, you know? And I think it's fun to find these random movies. I hope that, you know, I might have something to say about them that might be interesting to you guys. Yeah, it's all about nostalgia. It's all about revisiting the past. And I like that. I'm not a kind of... I mean, I understand that the world can't live in the past. But if I can watch a VHS tape of 1988... then I might actually remember what it was like to be around in 1988. That's important to me. As an old guy, you need to remember stuff, right? Otherwise, it's like it never happened.